It has been the deadliest day yet in the COVID-19 pandemic for Wisconsin. The governor and health officials asking us all to skip the dinner parties, skip the happy hours, and get a flu shot. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle McCormack. Tom Zalaski has the evening off. We begin with the dismaying news of a record-setting day for COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin. 34 more Wisconsinites have lost their battle with COVID-19. Governor Evers now has that state overflow treatment facility in southeast Wisconsin on standby. It could receive coronavirus patients as early as tomorrow. The governor said it was a grim milestone with record-setting COVID cases, putting us at more than 155,000 statewide. We're averaging about 2,700 new cases a week. Hospitalizations have nearly tripled over the past month. Governor Evers said the continuing spread at its current rate will prevent Wisconsin from bouncing back from the pandemic.
In order to kick this virus and get Wisconsin back on track, it's going to take a unified statewide effort. And I think for the most part, Wisconsinites know that.
The governor thanked those who are staying at home and wearing a mask. He also announced an additional $50 million in aid for working families needing child care and early education help. Here is a look at the record-breaking numbers. Wisconsin Department of Health Services reports more than 3,200 positive cases today. That brings the total to over 155,000. An additional 87 patients have been hospitalized, bringing that total to 950. And today, 34 new deaths, bringing the death toll to over 1,500. Local 5 News is committing time to discuss real issues this election. And in the coming days, we will focus on questions on the local ballot in hopes of giving you, the viewer and the voter, a better understanding of the decisions before us. Tonight, we begin with Rhonda Fox in Greenville, where voters will decide whether a portion of the town will become a village.
Some residents of Greenville will face a distinctive question on their November 3rd ballot. Should the east half of the town of Greenville, outlined in red, be incorporated into a village?
The primary reason to move from town status to village status is to protect our town borders. By becoming a village, we protect those borders, we ultimately protect our tax base, and then we can stabilize our taxes and level of service.
Right along the southern border of Greenville, the village of Fox Crossing made the decision to incorporate for similar reasons.
We were formerly the town of Menasha, and now we're the village of Fox Crossing. It was to protect our border and to protect the tax base from annexation. So we had faced annexations from the city of Appleton, the city of Neenah, city of Menasha.
The village of Fox Crossing has made some huge gains since incorporation.
We've been able to lure several large businesses. We brought the headquarters for Community First Credit Union, Wow Logistics, the headquarters for Secure Insurance. We've been very successful over the last few years. And I do like to think a good chunk of that has to do with us becoming our own community.
And with gains, residents of Greenville should expect some losses if they become a village, like the end of the town meeting.
That would go away. You'd basically rely on your elected board to make decisions for you. Long term, again, as long as we can protect and stabilize our tax base and level of services, that'll have a profound impact going forward to the future.
In Greenville, Rhonda Fox, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Rhonda. If this referendum passes, the east side Greenville would become a village, and then the rest of the town would have the opportunity to join the village at a later date. More news now from your local election headquarters. Vice President Mike Pence made a campaign visit in Waukesha today. The outdoor rally at Weldall Manufacturing comes exactly 3 weeks before the election. The vice president said the administration would keep protecting the vulnerable, while Democratic opponent Joe Biden talks about shutting down the economy.
President Trump's vision for the future, we're going to keep supporting our military. We're going to keep cutting taxes, rolling back regulation, unleashing American energy, securing our border, supporting law enforcement, life, liberty, and the Constitution of the United States.
The Biden campaign issued a statement saying Pence and his task force have been woefully incapable of handling coronavirus. Ivanka Trump also in Wisconsin. She made a surprise visit at Team Industries in Kaukauna, where she took a tour of the facility and then met with the workers. Then it was a visit at Brindlewood Barn in Hilbert, Calumet County. She spoke about her father's support for vocational training to better position young people with family-supporting jobs.
3 in 10 people who have a college degree are working in jobs that don't require one, thereby displacing people who would have otherwise had those jobs. And many people, even more sadly, are loaded up with college debt, and they're graduating without a marketable skill to secure a job.
Ivanka said it's time to destigmatize vocational training and send the message that college is not the only path to good-paying jobs in the United States. Green Bay's mayor is urging folks to vote absentee because they're expecting such high voter turnout. On Local 5 this morning, Mayor Eric Gingrich said there are options for voters. He understands there are those who like to cast their ballot in person, so they're actually over-recruiting to ensure they'll have enough poll workers.
We're going to have 16 polling locations across the city of Green Bay for Election Day. We're also going to have early in-person absentee voting happening at City Hall just next week beginning.
There are also several secure drop boxes where you can drop off your completed absentee ballot without ever getting out of your car. In local news, a new facility planned for Triangle Hill Sports Area, and it's sure to make mountain bikers smile. As Local 5's Chris Schuler found out, the new biking skills park is expected to break ground in May.
Triangle Hill Sports Area has long been known for its scenic trails, disc golf, and tubing in the winter. And soon, the executive director of the Baird Creek Preservation Foundation says a new biking skills park will be added to that list.
A biking skills park is basically a course for anybody from a small child on a strider bike, which is the bike with no pedals, all the way up to our advanced riders.
The park will have 3 tracks, each a quarter-mile long with varying degrees of difficulty, a place where bikers can hone their skills, making them ready to take on the area's existing yet challenging terrain.
The Baird Creek trails are some of the most technical in northeast Wisconsin. The community has been asking for quite a while that we would put in some type of skills feature so that kids have a way of learning and building and then being able to go out on the trails here.
Baseman says this new biking skills park will see lots of use, considering the closest facility like it is in Wausau. Baseman says the foundation's been planning the $300,000 project for 2 years and just kicked off a major fundraising campaign. If all goes as planned, she hopes to break ground next May.
We're excited about it being a great fit for Baird Creek and for the riders.
I think it's awesome. It's good use of land. I mean, it gives kids and people something to do instead of just a trail if they want to go around and actually bike, go off jumps, and I mean, I think it's a great use of the land.
In order to serve the next generation and the next generation, we really need something like this.
And once open, the park will be free to use. In Green Bay, Chris Schuler, Local 5 News.
Now, Green Bay owns the property, but for 23 years, the foundation has worked with the city to protect and preserve the natural spaces in and around Baird Creek. Well, it's a disorder that can make the skin red and patchy. Coming up in Health Watch, the potential connection between psoriasis and dental health. And President Trump's pick for Supreme Court undergoes her first day of Senate questioning.
Gusty winds once again helping us to get into the 60s, but this is all short-lived. When to expect highs to get stuck in the 40s? The forecast is next.
You're watching Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski and Michelle McCormack.